Welcome to Fastang 444. This is an area I call the greenhouse area. It is east of the pyramid strip, and potentially there could be up to 3 drops right here. One behind me I'd hear, one in front of me I'd see, and then one just to the right. And I'm angled where I would see it between the tiles, and as the game is starting, there isn't anything here. So I will wind up moving to the area where the roads are configured in the shape of a bird's head. So I'll go over to the bird's head and try my luck in that area. And that's right here. I wind up right around where I guess the front of the head or eyes would be on the bird's head, and potentially there'll be one right next to me. And I would hear it right as the game is starting, and wind up not having one right next to me, so I will take a peek behind me to see if anything's on the bridge behind me, or if not, I will just start heading up this hill kind of towards the expressway, and nothing behind me, so trying to glance back towards the greenhouse area. I don't see anything, and there isn't anything right here. Potentially there could be 2 drops right in between here and the expressway and one on the bridge. There is one way off in the distance, and I'm far enough away from there to where there's a good chance someone's already in that area. By the time I get there, they'll wind up taking it, and it's good I went over this way. Here's a level 4 Mitsubishi Lancer, so I will take that. It's actually a pretty good vehicle. Anything that's red tends to be faster. I have a rule that don't race red. I've lost many times to red cars, so that's a rule that I've started, and it holds pretty true. And I've beat a lot of vehicles of higher levels in red cars, so let's head over this direction. I see some cars off on the right on the mini-map. Not sure exactly where the final arena is going to be at this point. It's still shrinking to the first arena, so after the second arena starts, I'll be able to have a better idea of what direction the final showdown or final arena will be in. So let's just head over this direction. Now that I'm in a level 4, that drop that I saw earlier is gone. So let's head over this way. What should I do? Should I go up the hill? Or head into Guanajuato? I'm undecided. Left Guanajuato, right up the hill. Let's go over towards Guanajuato. Hey, let's go this way. Yeah. Get on this road that goes east to west all the way through Guanajuato, and you can see there, now that I see where this second arena is, I know the final showdown is going to be on the east coast. So let's just go through here, possibly get to the other end of Guanajuato looking for a drop, and then when it gets to be this next arena, I can just turn around and come back. I thought about continuing all the way through to the area that I call the Bat's Head, that is southwest of Guanajuato, but I decided, you know what, I see some cars over there, or that direction on the mini-map. I am going to just stop over near this tunnel here, and potentially there could be a drop right after this arena shrinks. I'll just wait here, let my vehicle go opaque on the mini-map where I won't be visible, so if someone comes down this tunnel, I can engage in a head-to-head with them. If not, maybe a higher level drop will appear just in front of me. So let's give this a try. And if one doesn't appear here, there could be other ones on or around this road ahead. So let's see how this goes. So my car search in Guanajuato was unfruitful, so I will just fast forward all of this ahead and have some music. Get on the highway, start heading east, and try and catch someone either heading the wrong direction or parked and get into something higher. I've spent way too much time driving around looking for a drop, didn't find anything. Here's 3 here. I'm sure they're left for a reason. And they are. And here comes a car heading the wrong direction right at me. And they're in a aerial nomad, and I'm not so sure the vehicle I'm in isn't faster, but I will wind up beating them and decide what I'm going to do when I get to the finish, whether I take it or not. I decided I will take the level 6 aerial nomad. It's 2 levels higher, and if I could get someone finishing a head-to-head in this position that I'm in, I could have some motion while they're getting into a higher level car. Okay, so I open up the map. I see this is going to be a northeast final showdown, and it's going to be the one that has the greatest amount of time to exit the final arena because of the bends in the road. That's if you stay on the road. There's some people that just take a straight shot and cut off the turn. Okay, I can see someone just got into a Jeep Trackhawk. There's a car on the perimeter off on my right. I have to keep an eye out that they don't come up behind me in something faster, engage in a head-to-head, and wind up beating me. And then there's a car in front of me, and ultimately, I don't think anyone is coming this direction. It looks like that car is heading over to that other car that was on the mini-map. So I decide, you know what, let's go and try and manipulate the finish south down the coast, and it may wind up going back along the southern edge of the map. And this isn't working. No one's coming. It's 40 seconds before the arena starts to shrink, so roughly now about a minute before the final showdown. So I'm just going to go over this direction. I can't win a final showdown heading west in this vehicle, so I need to do something drastic here. This is not going to work. there's a drop over here near where I was going to influence the finish south, and look what we have. Oh, wow. A VW Beetle. It's not the fastest level 9, but you know what? Changing plans. I'm back in the race. I'm heading back over, and I am going to try and get on the highway heading west for the final showdown. As I go over here, I'm going to challenge this car. There's not enough time for a head-to-head. They're in a faster Mercedes AMG GT4. So let's just go right about here, turn around, and start heading for my exit. I think this is about how much time it would take to get to the exit.
Final showdown in 3, 2, 1, go!
Looks like the finish may be just south of the expressway up here, so I'll stay on the expressway. And I'm going to closely watch that Funko F9 because they're going to catch me, and I'm hoping I can block or bump them into the guardrail. That worked. I was concerned I was going to hit the guardrail where it slowed me down, but I am going to be able to win this. I just need to go close to this greenhouse and around these buildings that are just before the finish. I got it. And here comes the Funko screaming in at the end.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
Subscribe, please. Just click that link on the bottom right. It's easy peasy.